There's this girl I met up in Tennessee.
Afternoon guys, Mark here, Celtic Crossbows. Got a little unboxing for you this afternoon. Goes along with my build guide coming for the OP360. From Bushcraft Lab, we have this little unboxing. Stay tuned and see what we got for our build guide. Okay guys, we're unboxing her this way up. Lovely packaging. I can feel she's nice. So we're just going to cut her open now and see what we got inside for you guys on this build guide. For those of you watching, you've probably seen my OP360 Alligator builds. One on the base on the steamboat system, and the other based on the excellent 3D work from Danny of Spray Paint. So what have we got here? Let's have a look. Like I said, she's beautiful packaging on this. Springfields has done a great job of packaging. Bushcraft Lab. Okay. Invoice, okay, fabulous. Here we are. This is our project crossbow for what we're going to be making the next guide from. Okay, so just a quick cursory look around the box to give you some explanations of this. 80-pound draw weight on the new bows. They are an 80-pound draw because of EU legislation. Bolt length 6.5 inch, ABS stock 165 foot-pound. We're going to get more than that, don't worry about that. 61 centimeters length. Angle arms OP360. With any other information on the box. Self-cocking mechanism, adjustable rear stock. 80-pound draw, like I said, that's standard these days. So we're not worried about that because we're going to be getting more than that. Okay, we'll just run the blade across the bottom. Now let's have a look inside. Okay, opening the box, let's see what we got. Okay, we have our bowstring assembly, front spacer, rear spacer, gripper. Actually got two grippers, which is excellent. We have the bow limb end caps, which actually have the extra notch as well for using a stringer. That's a welcome bonus because usually they come with the standard caps and they're a swing to get on without the stringer. We have our angler arms OP360 bow limb, and this is a twin limb or twin layer. I can actually see the twin layers built into the fibre, so this is definitely an 80-pound limb. I know that from experience. It comes with the standard bolts. These are okay for practicing. I won't lie to you, they're not the best, but for practicing, if you're new to crossbows and straight out of the box for practicing, these bolts are absolutely fine. They are okay. That's going to fall on the floor, so I'll move that around here. Okay, the next piece to pull out is the foregrip. These are an excellent design. It shows in the diagram mounted this way around. I shall show you now. Mounted in the diagram so much that way. Once we got the camera set back up on the front, I'll show you why that's a bad idea, and this way is much better. Comes with an assembly guide on how to assemble it, and where we go from there. Okay, so on to the next now is the assembly. Hiya guys, if you're enjoying my video, please hit like and subscribe and consider sharing the hell out of this video. If you're enjoying this little video on the OP360, pop on over to the Bushcraft Lab, where you're going to enjoy a discount given to me for you, my viewers, from the guys and girls there at the Bushcraft Lab. Keep watching the video, you will find my special discount code hidden in the video somewhere. Also, while you're there, they're doing excellent deals at the moment on Mora bushcraft knives with excellent discounts. So with your discounts as well, you can get one of these delivered to your door for as little as £40, or even a Mora bushcraft knife for as little as around about £10. Carry on watching. I hope you enjoy this presentation. Thanks and bye bye. Okay guys, we're going to look around the basic chassis now and system, and take you through some of the pointers and some of the things I think are excellent with the OP360. First thing you'll notice is the rubber buffers on the cocking limbs. I think these are absolutely essential. They protect your bow limbs, your bowstring, and increases the length of the string. Slightly different embossing in the handle. These are actually quite good open sights on these, I won't lie. They're a very good design. Your front Picatinny grip, your front lever for cocking the crossbow, because you're not supposed to use the handle for cocking a crossbow from here, but you'll see how I change all that in the coming videos. The stock system again, well, this is multi-adjustable using twin screws. Very good design. She's a little bit tight because she's brand new, but a little bit of lubrication, and I'll show you how to lubricate it all and how to get it running nice and smooth for a bit better operation. Okay, so on the chopping board we're going to open our bits bag. This contains your string, thus your two end caps for your bow limb, rear spacer, front gripper spacer, front locking plate, and your bow limb, nut and bolt, etc. to go through. Right, okay, so you run your thread all the way out so she's flush, get on the camera, so she's flush with the front of the riser. Take your prod, push it in through the hole. When she goes in, you will notice she's got these two white lines here. They have to line up to the front there, so equal distance either side of the limb. Next thing you need to do, take one of your rubber pads and it fits in the back there. Hold it with your finger. Front rubber pad, slide it in there. Now your metal pad with your little nipple or deviant dent in the front, without dropping it all on the floor, push it in there and keep your white spacers all the time, your white lines either side of your riser, perfectly in the centre if you can, because if the bow limb is off centre it will make for erratic fire. It'll shoot off the left or off to the right. Those who shoot medieval bows will know what I'm talking about. You have to slacken off your anvil and reposition your bow limb to adjust your sights. Don't wrench it, just give it a good nipper. Make sure she doesn't go anywhere. Right, next step now is your bow limb caps. Make sure that the raised lip is front facing. Thus, give the caps, sometimes you need an extra push on to make sure they are nice and firm. Sometimes they're not a great fit, sometimes they are. Now, what I'm going to use now is a bowstringer. This isn't part of the kit, but it's an essential piece of kit to have in your box if anybody has got one of these crossbows. Let me just get that around the back and snick it on. Because again, even with a stringer, these can be fiddly. Here's the one side done, and I'll get on the other side. Sometimes you still have to give the limb a little bit of a press to hook it over. Okay, now there's your stringer in place. She's over on the first notch here. A little bit of tweaking to get her over on the second notch on here. Okay, now your stringer is on and she's hooked behind the limb. Now what you do is get yourself 2 or 3 twists in your string. So if your string is relaxed there, you need at least 1, 2, 3 twists to set it up. Now what we're going to do now is cock the crossbow with the stringer so it doesn't put as much strain on the system. And now it opens up nicely the holes to pass through your bowstring. Keeping the safety catch on, don't take it off. Now pass your bowstring through the one end and keeping your twists in your bowstring, now feed it over the loop. There's now on the other side. Now what you do is now is quite simply recock the crossbow, take your safety catch off, and release. And now you can just take off the bowstring stringer. Just gone through there. And that's your crossbow now ready. Your bowstring is now running perfectly central in the back and down the other side. And now we can grease the crossbow for use. Why grease? We shall find out now. Hiya guys, my passcode is Celtic for your discounts. So when you're over at the Bushcraft Lab, enter Celtic for your special discount on the equipment. While you're there, you may want to get yourself a bowstring stringer for your crossbow. It will certainly help you and speed things up for you because it can be difficult without one. And also get yourself some bolts while you're there as well, because when you're new to crossbow shooting, unless you're using a really soft backstop, you're going to get through a lot of bolts very quickly. Keep watching. Thanks and bye bye. Celtic. Okay, next thing you need to look at. Now you've got your crossbow assembled. She's working great. Limbs secure and centralized. There's your white space on the one side, white space line on the other side, so the bow is perfectly central. The string is centralized. She's over the first knock on both sides and she's in place. She's ready to go. Next up we need to do is grease your rail and grease your string. The reason why this needs to be done is when you fire, it causes friction down the line. This can burn the nylon in the string. And one step ahead of ourselves while I'm here, the 3 twists we put in the string to start with was to make sure that the string is approximately 1/2 centimetre to 1 centimetre proud of the hooks, the buffers. The reason being is when the bowline returns, it won't twang against the bump stops and cause excessive strain and damage on the strings or string twang. So that is the reason why we put the 3 twists in the string. Now, first of all, we're going to grease or wax your string. I'm using OMP Black Heart. You can use any product. This is what I like to use. This is for my own personal use. You quite simply push up your wax. This is a nice thick wax. Get it on there. Get it on your string. And really work the string, the wax, into the fibres. The reason being, it just displays the heat and does a better job. You can wax the whole string if you like. It doesn't hurt, and does give some lubrication as well to the tips, because these are also as well friction points that will cause friction when under acceleration. Friction equals heat, and by waxing them as well, it gives you some protection on the strings, on the tips. Okay, now we're going to wax the rail. There's no need to go down the front down here, that's just excessive waste. Just wax your runner and give it a good working in, all the way in back to the breech area. Now this is going to show you a little bit, something a little bit extra which I learned. Wax, as you know, is quite sticky. Although it acts like a lubrication, it's quite sticky as well. So I then use rail snot or string love. White rail lube is good as well, and you just need a couple of little drops of the amber nectar, and just makes the world of difference. Count your bugger. Here we are. As you can see on there, is quite globular, but you run this on as well, and it makes a massive difference to the performance of the crossbow. Same again, use some snot down in the pivot, and it makes a world of difference to the trigger, now she behaves. So we've done the top of the rail. Now we got to do the runners. Do the runners the same as you've done your rail. So when you cock it, you see now the string is there. So just lift the string over, so in front of your buffers, and just work it in to get lubrication going nice in the arm. So you see how tight she was established, she's freeing up nice now. And the same again now, down in your pivot here, just a couple of drops down in there to lubricate her up. And also will help with bedding in and smooth of your bow. Okay, you can lubricate these as well if you want, but there's enough play in them, they don't actually need lubrication. Just bring your string back over now, safety off, and she's ready to rock and roll. Okay, the next tip now is on stock adjustment. We remove our bowstring wax to one side. You adjust your stock with these two Allen keys here. It's a really nice, simple design if I use the right size Allen key. So you just lock in, take the bolt out, run it all the way out. Same on both, just run them all the way out. And adjust the stock there, and you just pull it out to where you want it. Now I'm a big bloke, and I've done loads of these, and you just set the stock exactly to your preferred specification. Now I'm just going to come in 2 notches, because I know for me that's exactly the right length for where I want the stock to be. And you just simply run the nuts back up, and they don't have to be dead tight because the friction of the stock is actually quite sufficient to hold them in place. So your 2 bolts are in. There's a tiny little nip. 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 And for me, this crossbow now is good to go. In around 10 minutes she's set up and ready to rock and roll. Okay guys, so that's the setup and installation of the OP360. It's a great little crossbow. She's ready to rock and roll straight out of the box. You don't need to do nothing else to this for it to work. The open sights are a joy to use. It has a fibre optic front bead to give you a quicker position when picking up your target. It's a great little thing, and it comes with 3 bolts as well for use. These won't last you long, they're not very good. For my money, I'd recommend for an £80 limb, which is quite a high limb for a starting crossbow, something like my bolts, my Celtic Crossbows Hornets. They're available on eBay. They quite simply sit in and place all the strings at the time, as you can see, which are perfect for use with the magazineless crossbows. I'll put a link below as well for my bolts. I do 3 different types long range for use with the open rail crossbows. We're going to look at customization next, and some things we can do like fit in custom tuning trigger, modifying the riser at the front for a quick change bowline system, and turn it into a kick-ass survival crossbow. I want to say thank you guys for watching. Thanks to the Bushcraft Lab for supplying me with the crossbow. She's beautiful. Don't think for 1 second they give it me free. Everything on my channel I paid for. So I paid for the crossbow. I didn't pay for their service. But they was happy to get me the crossbow next day delivery, which is what I needed to continue with the build guide for my Bushcraft series survival crossbows. Highly recommend it. £44 all in, including postage. There or thereabouts, knocking on heaven's door. She's a great little thing, all in black, tactical, and it's a good all-round colour for use in urban, bushcraft, or any other situation. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Thanks and bye bye.